Hi folks, Pakira here and welcome to the Galician Son roleplay series with Crusader Kings and King Arias of Portugal. At the end of the last episode we were on our grand tour of our newly conquered Portuguese lands, and we had just arrived and just got gathered at my son Siqubiyyah's duchy lands and the final leg of our tour, and then we recalled into war, which we accepted as part of our alliance. So we now have a decision. So let's get stuck in, shall we? The blaring of war horns has reached me even here in Seville's, as I am in the midst of hosting a grand tour. I've joined in the fight against Duke Diego II of Cantabria. Much planning has gone into preparing to host this grand tour, and I am loath to send my guests home. The importance of this conflict should not be underestimated, however. Perhaps it would be best to focus all my efforts on preparing for war. The war does require attention, but not my full attention. I can manage things from here. I do have trust and faith in my generals. I mean, we just recently won a holy war, and I believe that we are just helping an ally here. So we will continue with this grand tour. So what we will do, we need to raise the armies. We won't raise all the armies, but let's just have a look at the situation here. So yeah, they've only got 1,200 troops, already 4,000, that's including our ones there. And it just basically looks like a tiny little bit down here. So yeah, look, I think we'll get the rally point in Braganza. And let's just raise the local army. And then we'll just go from there and just see what happens. We will, as I said, continue the grand tour. Word has reached me that my plans have been interrupted and it is no longer possible for me to pay royal visit to Silvers. Oh no! Infidel Xilla has taken to the field of battle and is no longer able to host me. Though it does not spell the end of my tour, it is a great disappointment. I was looking forward to that, but my son, I do commend you on doing your duty to what will be your lands. So I will look forward to that. So, yep, our Marshal and Commander, he is an organiser, and we will just go forward and help them, and we will just aim straight for the capital here. Our allies are taking care of business. Well, they seem to be taking care of business up north. We will just come down here. We will distract army for now. We are making our way back after our grand tour. So our grand tour did end because Xilla chose to join forces, and I can only be happy and proud of that. We arrive in a small village in Braga to see quite a commotion in the town square. An unfortunate creature is surrounded by furious villagers. The bleak, hopeless look in his eyes fades and brightens as he notices my procession approach. My king! These villagers say my actions have made a sinner of me, but it is all lies. Won't you give me the king's justice? True, the evidence seems circumstantial, but a lowly peasant should never speak to their king unprompted. True, the execution is just. Okay, well, we do need. Well, Porto's not really bad for control. He was killed by us. Let him go. He's probably been preaching, right? He don't preach the heathen faith in our lands. The execution is just. I was warned ahead of time that the villagers of Tui had come together and erected a statue of me. When I arrive and look at it though, I cannot really process what I'm seeing. Not only is the statue the ugliest thing I have ever seen, but it looks nothing like me. Glancing around, however, I could see only proud faces beaming up at me. Does no one else see how bad this is? I mean, it is great. I guess Tui gets help, a little development growth, minus 50 SP, but control and popular opinion. I mean, how is Tui for me? Control is already 100%. Popular opinion is plus 40%. Obviously, being Galician doesn't help now. We could turn it down and destroy it. It's ugly. I don't know if I would find that necessarily anything to be wrathful about. I'm an honest man, I'm zealous. It doesn't really come into it. It's just the people, the Tui, just seem so proud. You know what? I'm going to put ego aside. I think this is great. Yep, okay. Just let the people be, enjoy, rejoice. So my grand tour has finished. I gained that my glory is widely known now. Has come to an end, unfortunately, earlier, because I was not able to be hosted by my son. King Arias, I gained 800 prestige. My dynasty gained 75 renown. And, yep, my visited vassals gained 20 opinion on me. And the Bear of Santiago gained 10 glory. We will finish the grand tour. And I'm just going to quickly look at this accolade, because there was a thing about it. No, accolades. Okay. We do have a new successor for that. That is brilliant. Are we able to reenact this? Destroy? No, we are not able to, but that's fine. Okay. We will come down here. And I'm actually going to look at splitting the army here. Now split the army. We're going to just try and do 2 sieges here. We should still be fine. We still have 40 siege weapons, and these guys have, where are we? They have 40 as well, so the split did work nice and equal. We'll get on with this. Just to help ally in his war. He is losing because he lost that fight. He is withdrawing. We are making good progress. And once this guy is capture this land, this territory, which will be mere days, we will then join up our army here. Actually, probably won't because of potential. Okay, so I will leave him here. Greetings, my preceptive liege. I've discovered that. Oh, my son Zilla. I have discovered that Duchess Katrina's inheritance contract obliges her to more than you have corrected. Well, thank you, my son. Thank you, my son. It is time to right this from the wrong. We will send our troops up here. They may look at coming in, which is fine. And they are. We will come in now. Let us see how we go. It's a close battle. Very close, but we are getting the edge now, I do believe. Yes, we have the edge. It is just a matter of time. Victory is ours. We were able to do what we needed to do. It did cost us some, but we will now combine our armies. We will finish this siege off, and then once we have completed the capture of this land, we will then push forward and help directly our ally in battle. I wonder where they are anymore. 3,600. I think our ally himself doesn't really have much left. He did withdraw somewhere with around 600 troops. We are coping their lands, and we will hold this territory and let them come to us. It was a great battle. Here's our ally with only 158 troops remaining. We have won the siege and taken some more prisoners. We will sit here and we will have a look at what we can do. But first of all, we're going to finish off Courtiers here. This is a perk that gives us extra stewardship and holding taxes as well. And then for what time lives left for Arias, we will look and jump into the theology. Now I do have some prisoners. None of them are vital to the war effort. So let's have a look. We will ransom off her. We can demand Arias, oh my son. He needs an education focus. And he is a rowdy son. I think we will push him towards Marshal. And we will choose his guardian. It will not be me. It will be my marshal and commander. I will trust that under his care for education. The bear claw is, yeah, okay, well, we can reforge that. Let's repair that. And how are our payments going? Well, we will demand... My son, I am going to hold off on that. I would like you to keep your money because it's only going to help when you take over the realm. Ransom has been accepted. I am going to change my marshal's focus a bit just to help us out here. He's got 20, or you know what, cancel that. Let's just finish focusing on gaining control. We should be okay with what we have here. One of our alliances expired, and really looking to see why. We will just utilize this time here though to build our troops back up. 39, 36 a month. We have joined the early medieval. Now that is fantastic, because one of the things I did want to look at, if we look at the innovations, so we have joined the early medieval. We are still fascinated with barracks. It's going to take about 20 years. And then, you know, public works is something we probably want to push on as well. But in the early medieval, it then gives us the chance here for hereditary rule and things like that, which I do want to look into. And that's going to be something my son Zilla will definitely have to take care of. We do have something at court. Let's just have a look. Burp. As a loud belch echoes through the dining hall, a conversation abruptly ceases. My Archbishop frowns, pats his stomach and grins. Ah, better out than in, me lad always said. Various courtiers exchange incredulous glances before my spy master Elvira looks directly at me and exclaims, "My king, that was wholly inappropriate." Certainly you must agree. Well, come on, Liz. Yeah, look, nah, we're sweet as. You know, we've all done that. We've all let one out. We'll just leave him to it. I'm going to ask Elvira for some money. I will hold off my son. As additional payment in a recent trade, I find myself in possession of a large herd of cattle. I have been assured that the animals are of the highest quality, but the question of what should be done still remains. Well, Santiago will prosper from the herd. Yeah, well, I think it will. I mean, it's going to give it, you know, a cattle herd for 15 years. That will give development growth, which is something we have kind of halted for now, because I am looking at... Now, the poll has been completed, guys, and... yeah, I will just bring those results up now. And thank you to those who took the time to vote in the poll. It's been up for about 10 days now, or more by the time this comes out. And yeah, we are definitely going to go and move the capital to Lisbon there. So I do appreciate those votes. 67% chose to move it to Lisbon. So we will do that. Maybe in my time, potentially in Zilla's time. So it is a beautiful herd, but it could be larger. Maybe it's time to profit from this. I think it is going to be time to turn a nice little profit from that. Right, time to go north. We'll go as far as bird into the Barony Burgess Zone. Go forth. We should win this battle, I should say. Now retreating. We should be able to catch them. We do. Oh my goodness. To the perceptive King Arias of Portugal, I call on your honour our alliance and join me in the Leonian claim on the county of Zamoa. My allies, Count Afonso of Leon. Okay. He could be against Zamoa and Pravis. This would probably... Oh, these... these allies. These Spanish allies are a thorn in my side, I think. But I believe we can probably raise the rest of the army and bring forth the second lot here. We will accept this. We have joined another war. We will raise all here, and we will send that forth while we concentrate on this battle. A battle we should win handedly, and we are killing this. Hopefully it'll be enough now to swing the war, or this war, into the tide of battle. Let us just see. Okay, Pravia. That's the new one. Okay, so we got the numbers well and truly there, and the current war is definitely looking well. We do have these lands conquered, so we should be fine. As you can see, battles won. These troops are going to be at my open terrain expert. Doesn't really suit here. We could use our flexible leader. We could recruit him to our court. Let's recruit him, and let's use him. And he will go north with the remaining troops. My son Hermes has to learn the Arpetian language. Altering a deal. The Duchess Katrina has come towards me. My vassal Duchess Katrina has a contract with me that is quite lenient, exempting her from many of the obligations I would typically expect from one of my vassals. Oh, really? If I could get her to consent to increase obligations, it would greatly benefit the realm in the long-term process. Our relationship is not very good. A sufficient incentive will buy her consent. 295. I bet I can persuade her to accept the changes. Possibly. She will accept my alterations, or else we can coerce her. So this will be increasing our federal taxes. Our feudal taxes. Loyalty is more important than levies. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's go for the diplomacy challenge and see what comes of it. You might be king, but are you also a vile swain? The unprovoked anger expressed by my son Hermes comes as a complete surprise. He's been under a lot of stress lately, but to behave like this, even he struggles. It's calming. Okay, my son Hermes, huh? Now, he did learn just a new language. There is nothing else. I want to look at seeing if we can force him, however, to possibly take the vows. Now, we do have a betrothal here with the we set up a few episodes ago. And it just reminds me, I know we are in the middle of the war here. I am just looking at some of my children here. Osorio, who is wandering, and my other son. And we'll keep an eye on the other son because, well, we want to make sure. Okay, so we had this land here to conquer. That's fine. I sit gesturing at my council to do the same. The most powerful people in the realm are here. I open my mouth to speak and meow. I look around for the culprit. Meow. Franklin hops up on the table, purring contently. She butts her head into my hand happily. Kusmana, meanwhile, purses her lips in disapproval. Perhaps we can have animal removed, my lord. We have business of much import to discuss. My son, my dear wife. Respect Franklin, or lose your tongue. We are wrathful. No, well, you know, Franklin is my pet. You are my wife and my queen, but you do not talk like that to me, especially when we are in council. Respect Franklin or lose your tongue, my dear wife. Remembering you are third after all. I am wrathful. From the start of our conversation, I could tell it would be a hard time convincing Duchess Katrina to give up the rights she is entitled to under her contract. Despite my best efforts and pleas, she stood firmly, stating if I cannot make do with what she currently gives me, that is not her fault. Okay, well, we will look at finding a different approach. My ally looks to be winning this battle for now, hopefully. Oh. We are doing well here, and we have this army now coming into it. Obviously, they're going to make a lot slower progress because they are... Oh, a notable guest has arrived. She has a claim on the county of Pravia. Yes, my court grandeur is not the best. Okay, interesting. Keep you in mind. You are just a guest at the moment. This siege is almost done, and we are defeated. Oh well, so be it. You didn't give me time. We will send our men back home. There should be enough here. They will be coming back. Oh, actually, we will use this army to help in battles. Let's get this war finished, shall we? We'll send our guys to the capital. Just our ally is going to hopefully make it in time to get towards us. We could negotiate an alliance. Okay. I eagerly propose to formalise ties that already bind us together by signing an alliance between our realms. Okay. Of Romagne. Where is this here? Oh yes, my dear nephew, I believe you are. Yes, you are my nephew, of course. Well, yes, we would definitely love to. We will accept this alliance, my dear nephew. And sir, my kinsman, is he? Yes, he is a kinsman. He is of House Corona. His parents were my knight Raymond. Ah, okay. Yes, Albito, my uncle. Right, okay. Well, we will send you out to for marriage. Here we go. You are just a courtier, but you are related to me. How about this young lady here? We propose that marriage for you. I am going to leave that there. I will make a decision. The sword of Galatia can be reinstated. Okay. Raymond. Yes. Thank you. And we will send out a successor. Worthy. And hopefully it will work this time. The marriage proposal is obviously accepted. Looks like this battle will commence, which is fine. We would make short work of this. And we'll finish this war off. Unfortunately, the other war for my ally just wasn't too... He should have been able to handle it himself. Never mind. Easily dealt with this, guys. Easily. No problems there. My ally feels emboldened to go and help. Okay. So we now have a worthy successor, it appears, for this. Actually, this is just going to cut here. So I did say we've got a worthy successor for this accolade. Now, and this guy is him. He is my courtier apparently, and yet we do not have the ability to appoint him. So I'm not too sure what's going on with this accolade here. Again, it just seems to be... I do not understand. Everybody is allowed. We should be able to hire the successor, but no. So if you've run into this problem, it's likely a little bug. It might be just a bit of an issue because of the crossing over of the DLCs. So we will just leave that for now. Hearken Desert Guardian to my daughter, Quisimunda. She is, well, we have, well, she's a genius, and we do have her currently on education. So, yes, we will continue with the Queen. It makes perfect sense. The Queen, her mother, was helping out. My son, yep, you shall pay your obligations. These guys will just sit here. We're days away. Let's send them back home. We're mere days away here from finishing, and this we have won, and now we should have there. And victory is ours. We won the war, basically led by us, I would say. So be it. We will disband all our armies. And we have peace in the realm again. We have earned a little bit of money here as well. We will ransom off for 50 more gold. And we will see what we have in our dungeon. You've been in here for 5 years. I quite like you. If you demand, you're a one-eyed man, you're a Buddha. Okay, interesting. That's completely foreign to us. You are a prisoner. I am going to recruit you, however. I think you could be a decent knight. You got decent learning. However, I am also going to demand your conversion. You've been in our prison for 5 years. Your liege is Count Diego. We will let you two stew in prison for a wee while. Along with these strange books, merchants bring all tales from distant lands, unverifiable, full of wonder. A group of Andalusian peddlers purport to have brought Oromo objects said to have come from the faraway court of a great ruler, King Magilia of Alta Ajuran, no less. Mahbub, the leading trader, grins darkly. This unique armor could be yours for a special price, of course, great king. A likely yarn, indeed. If only I had some way to verify the hawker's story. Yes, if I could verify his story. 280. Let's just take it. Let's just have a look at this fine piece of armor we have recruited. Let's have a look now at a fine piece of armor. King Magalia's flexible mail. Friendly fatal casualties, -3%, and gives us 3%, +3 in prowess. Yep, we will equip that. I think it is worthy. We will now demand, well, I did click on the button. I am sorry, my son. I meant to hold off on that. I clicked it. I was going to wait until you had 50 again. We'll let that come ahead. Deviled eggs. Yum. It's for dinner tonight. I'll be having deviled eggs. What should be stuffed in these eggs, I wonder? My cook will make them taste good regardless of what's inside them. Vegetables? Nah. Meat. Yes, meat. France has been swayed. We'll have a look. I think he is now on our side. He is, yep, he is definitely swayed enough. We haven't done much in the way of the swaying department lately. I'm going to just have a quick look at my realm and some of my vassals. There's a few here that probably want to exclude. Yes, let's try and just talk to the Duchess there. Let's see if we can get any progress in swaying her a little bit. No point. We can and will again ask our head of faith for gold, because greetings, thank you. We will leave it there now on the 1st of January 921. King Arias is now 55 years of age. He is still in fine health. He's very strong, many alliances. But he is not too long for this earth. I feel it is time, and this will happen in the next episode, for the grand pilgrimage. The great pilgrimage. The great pilgrimage to the holy city of Jerusalem. It will be why we asked our head of faith for that extra gold. We will also look at investing in Lisbon a little bit now, as we have made the decision to move the capital. Portugal is secure. I want to invest a little bit in the lands, go on my grand pilgrimage, and devote the rest of my life to the Lord. I am a zealous man. We have been on many pilgrimages during our lifetime, but there is one last holy vow we need to make, and that is the pilgrimage to Jerusalem, and the promise that the remaining years of my life will be devoted to that of the Lord. I will try and convince my son, one of my sons, probably Hermes, or maybe the young Arias, my namesake, to also give his life to the clergy. But until then, until next time, folks, we will just leave it there. Thank you so very much for joining me, and thank you very much for your continued support in this series. Take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, I am Pakira. Kia kaha.